Hello there, everyone. Today we're going to do a timeless love reading, and let's answer the question of whether or not the two of you are meant to be. Okay, we're going to start out with some court cards here. Queen of Cups. This is your energy. You're coming in as the Queen of Cups, and your individual is coming in as the Knight of Pentacles. All right, let's start out with the past. How has the past energy contributed to your current energy? Any obstacles that you may be going through, what's holding you back? Their hidden feelings, what they're afraid to tell you or aren't able to tell you. Guidance from the universe or from your higher self, and the likely outcome of this relationship. Let's first get started. Bottom of the deck here, so far you've got Judgment. So something about this relationship is causing you both to really just be spiritually awakened. See things from a different perspective. That's what's happening here. You're both trying to almost feel each other out. We're going to get into that a little bit. So as the Queen of Cups, this can apply to a male or a female. This is the nurturing, loving Queen of Cups. This is the type of person that gives it their all, right? They want to show love. They want to give love to the point that they get really exhausted. They give too much of themselves that they forget to take care of themselves. They're about providing that stability through emotional connection with a person. Now, when you are dealing with the Knight of Pentacles, again, this is just the energy of the Knight of Pentacles. This can apply to a male or a female. The Knight of Pentacles is kind of slow moving, right? They don't move towards something unless they have a plan. They overthink things almost. They're the ones that if you are, say, going on a trip, they have research, they have a plan A, plan B, and a plan C, right? So they don't necessarily move very quickly. And they tend to be very factual. If it can't be proven by something that's tangible, they can't really wrap their heads around it. They're not about feelings so much as they are about what they can touch. Whereas you are coming at it from an emotional standpoint. So let's talk about the past energy, the events that happened here. So here we have the Ace of Wands. This is all about new passion, new energy. Perhaps the two of you started this relationship as very passionate. You saw this person, wow, he or she is very, very stable. That's what I want. That's what I love. You came at it and you guys had so much passion and inspiration in this relationship. Now, let's talk about the obstacles. What is blocking? Oh my gosh. What is blocking this relationship? So you've got the Nine of Pentacles here. And the Nine of Pentacles is all about independence, freedom, stability, luxury, wealth. And so this person here that you're dealing with might be about really wanting to make sure that this relationship is very stable, that if this is going to go anywhere, he or she must provide. They have to have a plan to be able to give to you, because they're the givers, right? They give through material things, and they want to make sure that they are able to provide for you the things that you need, the things that they think you need, which is the material things, tangible things in life. And so if this person that you're dealing with is unable or has doubts that they can provide for you, that can become a challenge. Let's do some clarifying cards. Now here we've got the Seven of Swords. This is a card of trickery usually, but this can also be about strategizing, seeing things from a different perspective. The obstacle here is that maybe somebody is holding the truth back. They don't know how to connect with you, how to provide for you. This might require a little bit of strategizing, changing your ways of thinking about something. Also, this is a card of, like I said, trickery. So just be aware of that. That might be present. Okay, another one here. The Fool card is all about taking that risk. They're really afraid to take the next step because there's something about this relationship, the interaction that you have, although you started really hot and heavy and very passionate, they're afraid to take the next step. Now, as far as the hidden feelings that they want, they see you, although because of this, passionate interaction that you have, the passionate beginnings of this relationship, to them, this is the last piece of the puzzle. This is what they want. They want completion. They want to connect with you, but they just don't know how. They see you as that last piece of the puzzle to them in their lives. You are what they have been wanting. Let's clarify that a little more. the high priestess. They're having to search really deep, trying to rely on their intuition. And the problem here with the Knight of Pentacles, as an earth energy, it's difficult for them to rely on intuition. They know that their gut feeling is trying to tell them something, but their resistance to that gut feeling energy, they want to be able to have some sort of concrete evidence before they jump to the idea of getting in touch with their divine self. Okay, let's clarify that some more. Yeah, the star. So whatever has happened here, they want to heal and connect with you. If you've had any kind of conflict, they want to fix it, but they just don't know how, because it would require them to really go within themselves and get in touch with their higher self. Next, you've got the guidance here. So the guidance from your higher self is for you to try to see things from their point of view, the Knight of Pentacles, really. You have, as the Queen of Cups, you're incredibly intuitive. You can sense their feelings, and so the guidance here is for you to almost feel things, right? That would be a more appropriate word or term for you, is feel things from their point of view. What it's saying is you need to meet them halfway, right? Try to feel and think like them, because we all have free will. You can't make this person change, but if you really want to make this work out, you're going to have to see things in a similar way as this individual. I hope that makes sense again for you. All right, so let's clarify that a little bit more. And yeah, you've got the Page of Swords here. New beginnings are on the horizon here. The Page of Swords is about communication. You need to be able to reach this person in their own special way. Another one here, yeah, this is causing you a lot of worry. Try not to worry too much about it, because you are incredibly powerful in your ability to guide your own emotions. All right, now as far as the likely outcome here, yeah, there's going to be a little bit of conflict here between the two of you, and maybe certain words will be used that will be very hurtful. So just be aware of that. But this isn't a loss. If you want this to work out, you just have to change your way of approaching it. The thing about the Five of Swords is that this is about winning at all costs. Now, if you two got into it, if there was some sort of stress or conflict between the two of you, watch your words. Watch how you've made the other person feel. This is all about winning at all costs. You can never take back how you made somebody feel. If certain words were used that were too forceful and hurtful, you can't take that back. You can apologize, but you can't take back how you made the other person feel. Let's clarify that more. Yeah, Nine of Cups. This is satisfaction. This is contentment. This is you having your needs met. You just have to try to find another way of communicating, of seeing things. And you will have your wishes fulfilled if this is something that you want. There's a lot of promise here. You just have to try to navigate the situation a little bit better. Think in the way that this person thinks. Yeah, some decisions will need to be made. You're going to have to decide if this is worth fighting for both of you, for you, really. Bottom of the deck here, you've got this Strength card. This is going to be a test for you, a test of your fortitude. Let's see if there's any other messages that your person is trying to communicate, but is having a hard time communicating with you as far as their hidden feelings, hidden thoughts. All right. You've got habits. I don't know if we will ever change. Yeah, so this person is pretty set in their ways. I wish I could right my wrongs. Whatever conflict you both experienced between one another, this individual that you're dealing with is wishing that they could take back what they've done wrong. Next, I feel like a part of me is missing without you. Yeah, it sounds to me like there's a little bit of a separation here, and they really do miss you. They want to make it work with you. They don't know how to connect with you. Ego, I let my pride get in the way of our connection. That's what they'd like to say to you. Wow, oh my goodness. This person really wants to be with you. Unexpected outcome. Things didn't go the way I planned. And what did I say about the Knight of Pentacles? They have a plan A, plan B, and plan C. And they're really, really disappointed in themselves because they really wanted things to work out in their plan A, plan B, plan C, and it didn't go that way. And to someone who is the Knight of Pentacles, that's crushing to them, right? That is very crushing to them. Last card here, conversation. I want to call you and hear your voice. Again, they want to give you, they want to reach out to you. Page of Swords, they want to reach out to you, communicate with you. You have to be ready, and you have to be emotionally ready to be able to communicate with this individual, because they do want to reach out. Bottom of the deck, being away from you has allowed me to gain clarity. and maybe a plan D, right? You know, I mean, because that's just how they approach things. They're problem solvers. Just be aware of that, okay? So I hope that this has been helpful for you. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you are well. Take care. I love you. Bye-bye.